Good morning. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. I was out of town 2 weeks ago to Chicago, and then this last week, my administrative assistant was on vacation, so I didn't get a video out. And so this week, I want to share just a little bit about Matthew chapter 24, about the end times. Jesus talks about the end times, and I'm sure people were asking all kinds of questions. Lord, when is all of this going to happen? And he says, no one knows about the day or the hour, or not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father knows when that's all going to happen. And Jesus kind of gives them a warning, because I sense that there was a number of false prophets floating around at that time that were making predictions, that were attaching this event to the second coming and so on. And so Jesus says that that there's all kinds of things that are going to happen before the second coming of Christ ever does happen. There's a lot of things happening in the world today. We're right in the middle right now. Today, Florida is being hit by a major Hurricane Ian as it's coming ashore just about this time today, and it's going to be devastating. We hear about earthquakes all the time. We hear about wars, one nation attacking another nation, like Russia attacking Ukraine. That's going on right now. There's all of these things going on, and it's very easy for us to say, well, this must be it. This must be the end. How can the world get any worse than it is right now? This political party hates this political party. This person hates this person. There's violence on the street like we've never seen before. There's all kinds of things going on in our world today. And we would oftentimes say, well, doesn't that mean that the world is coming to an end? Isn't that what's happening? But Jesus reminds us that that's sort of a yes and no answer. Yes, Jesus is going to come again. Yes, everything's going to happen as the Bible tells us, but no, it's not yet. And Jesus describes it as birth pains, that before a woman gives birth to a child, before the big event happens, there's a pain that takes place hours and hours before, and that's what Jesus equates the things that are happening in the world today, that it's not the actual event, but rather it's that which is leading up to it. And we don't really know where. Remember, this was 2,000 years ago, and the disciples were expecting Jesus to come back like right away. And it's been 2,000 years. So we don't know when this is going to happen. There's all kinds of people making predictions, but we simply really do not know. In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, Jesus talks about that there will be wars and rumors of wars, that nation will rise up against nation, that there will be famines and earthquakes, and there will be persecution, there will be hatred, there will be an increase in wickedness. And then Jesus says, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. And that's the main point of this, is for us to stand firm, for us to overcome the evil that's in the world, to live as Christ has called us to live. Many authors and preachers, as I said a few moments ago, try to predict the coming of Christ. They attach some type of current events to biblical prophecy. Jesus says nobody knows the day or the hour, period. Also, many false prophets will show themselves to have some kind of authoritative knowledge about and information about the end times, as if somehow God has gifted them with this special knowledge. Jesus warns us about these people. I know there are people today who are saying these kinds of things, or saying, well, the Bible predicts that Donald Trump was going to be the president of the United States. They'll make up things like this. They'll preach it from the pulpits. And I'm telling you, it's only made up. It makes no difference at all. It has nothing to do with biblical prophecy. There's a lot more I could say about this. In fact, next week I'm going to come back to this topic, because I think it's something that's on our minds quite a bit. We don't know how all of this is going to unfold. And so next week, I'm going to explain a little bit about the historical part and how we are supposed to somehow make sense of this. So may God bless you. May God give you a good day. Amen.